as tensions between Iran and Israel reach new heights, Russia has emerged as a key player not on the battlefield but in the shadows of diplomacy, warnings, and strategic maneuvering. But what exactly is Russia's involvement? And how could it shape the future of the Middle East and global stability? Let's break it down. First, Russia has positioned itself as a potential mediator. President Vladimir Putin quickly offered to broker peace talks between Israel and Iran, reaching out to leaders from both sides as well as the United States. However, despite these efforts, neither Tehran nor Jerusalem has accepted Russia's mediation. Why? Iran has pulled back from nuclear negotiations following Israeli airstrikes on its nuclear sites, while Israel remains skeptical of Russia's neutrality. Still, Moscow hopes this diplomatic role will boost its global influence and open doors for concessions, especially regarding the ongoing war in Ukraine. Russia has also issued stern warnings to the United States, cautioning against direct military intervention in the conflict. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov warned that U.S. military aid to Israel could fundamentally destabilize the entire situation. Russian officials have framed any U.S. strikes on Iran as a potential trigger for nuclear catastrophe, emphasizing the risks of radiation contamination from damaged nuclear facilities. This rhetoric serves both as a deterrent and a geopolitical message to Washington. Despite a strategic partnership agreement signed with Iran earlier this year, Russia's support remains limited. Moscow has not provided military aid to Iran during the conflict, largely because its resources are stretched thin due to the ongoing war in Ukraine. Moreover, this partnership lacks mutual defense clauses, meaning Russia is not obligated to defend Iran militarily. In fact, Israeli strikes on Iranian missile facilities may actually reduce Iran's ability to supply weapons to Russia's forces in Ukraine. Russia is also benefiting from the conflict in less direct ways. Rising global oil prices, fueled by Middle East instability, help finance Moscow's military operations in Ukraine. Additionally, the war diverts Western military aid and political attention away from Ukraine, easing pressure on Russia's front lines. Meanwhile, Russia condemns Israeli strikes as unprovoked and violations of international law even as it carries out similar operations in Ukraine. Russia's warnings about nuclear risks highlight a striking double standard. While Moscow warns of radiation dangers from attacks on Iranian nuclear sites, it continues to strike civilian infrastructure in Ukraine, drawing accusations of hypocrisy. Russian state media amplifies fears of nuclear contamination, framing the conflict as a global threat. A narrative that bolsters Russia's geopolitical messaging. So, what does this all mean? Russia's involvement in the Iran-Israel war is a delicate balancing act, a mix of diplomatic posturing, strategic opportunism, and cautious warnings aimed at deterring U.S. intervention. While Russia avoids direct military engagement, it leverages the conflict to advance its own interests, boosting energy revenues, distracting the West, and positioning itself as an indispensable global power broker. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on global conflicts and geopolitics. What do you think Russia's next move will be? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.